Now I want to say this. Because some people just don't know how to deal with certain things. Well, let me help you. I saw this in a celebrity, an artist, a great artist, one of my favorite artists. I saw this in his community, in the people around him, or the people he live around, or the people he have lived around. They hold such respect for this person, but I'm sure that he didn't get this respect from the beginning. I'm sure he didn't get it from the beginning. I'm sure he had to earn it and maybe even went through some trials or tribulation that's similar to like my own. I could just tell because I've been following this guy for a long time. Like I say, he's one of my favorite artists. And when I first listened to him, you could tell everything was chaos around him. I mean, I've been following him since his first album. I had all his albums, but CDs, you know what CDs did. They just evaporated. But and I'll tell you that artist's name in the end. But what you do in these situations, you support. Don't if you don't agree with this person, you already know this is a good person and they got good intentions. You still support. You just tell the people you want somebody want to talk about you, tell them we ain't talking about him. I ain't gonna talk about him. Let's not talk about him. Don't worry about him. I remember one time my hood was like that. One time I was dealing with this racist girl. Her family was really bad racist. Really bad racist. But she ran off with me. And we were supposed to be at a football game. She was. But we ran off together and got a room. And she had made it a habit to run off with me a lot. She got pretty bad dealing with me. And I was, we both was young in high school. And my block then was totally different from what it is today. So her pop, I like him. He's a good dude though. At the time, he was ready to kill me and take my head off. But he came looking for me, wanting to kill me. Dude was rich, you know, loaded. And so he thought she was at the game. They told her she wasn't at the game. But he didn't know it. So he went to the football game with his guns and his KKK squad. I really don't know how that happened, but he was asking everybody from my block, you seen this guy? Probably even offered him money. And immediately they told him in such a way, me and him finally got back up together when I finally decided to stop running. We didn't really quite see each other, but he kind of got to the point where he realized his daughter wasn't gonna leave me. So he said, he told his daughter, who is that dude? It's like, man, it's like they some kind of mob or something, bro. I went out there looking for that guy, and everybody was like, what you want with him? Wasn't nobody scared, wasn't nobody standing down when it came down to him. Now, rather they did this because they knew I was a sacrifice for my family eventually in the future and to help all, or whatever, it was still good the way they helped me. And that's the way we need to start and go back to. I mean, I know times is hard. I know it's hard to get money, y'all. But as long as we keep acting like we'll settle for less to get money, we'll dig in the mud to get money, they gonna keep us from getting money. And I don't even like to talk about money. our time for that matter. I was the same way. Till I finally found God genuinely. And I realized I could just eat God. I ain't gotta eat no money. I ain't gotta have no money. I ain't gotta have no time. I just eat on God. God gonna fill me up. God gonna keep me full. It been times I've been starving, hungry, and boning. And I pray to God that my stomach could get full. As if somebody blow air in it. And that fullness will last me for almost 5 to 10 days. So, I'm telling you, I'm not the one. My ancestors don't play about me. I don't hang with you, and I'm good to you because it's what I'm supposed to do, and it's who I am. But at the same time, it's what God expects out of me. I'm not no fighter or no killer. I'm a lover and a healer. Quit trying to make me something I'm not. But y'all ain't never used me. Ain't nobody ever used me. You abused me. You abuse people who love you. You haven't used me. My car is still in my yard. My truck's still in my yard. You haven't used me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You abused me. As much as I'm struggling today, I should have been there sold my truck and got some money to get out the way. Because I ain't struggling. Somebody put me in this situation. I didn't put myself in this situation. I don't know who this person is. Everybody keep thinking so weak and cowardly. But when people really get to know what's really going on and really get to come into my energy like they're supposed to, you're going to see, oh, okay, this is what's going on. He just don't deal with them because too many of my people done chose the wrong side. It's 3 sides to choose. I ain't talking about with the guy situation. I'm talking about in your own personal life. You can choose to be yourself. You can choose to be on my side. You can choose to be on the, you can choose to be on the light side. You can choose to be on the dark side. You can choose to be yourself. And yourself gonna choose whether or not you want to be on the dark or the light side. And it's so many people on the dark side. Eventually, you gotta ask yourself, are we scared? Because the dark side ain't trying to move forward. The dark side job is to stay in low vibration. That just is what it is. It don't matter how many of y'all are over there. The dark side do not elevate. Period. Period. I don't care who you are around the world. No matter. If you're going to elevate in something toxic. You're going to be something big and something toxic. Otherwise, you do not elevate. And that ain't really elevation. That's a elevation slash stagnation. I'm stagnated and low vibration, but I'm elevated so I don't seem so low vibration. You dig? But this guy that I was talking about, I hope he don't get mad for me saying his name, but he's one of my favorite celebrities. And his name is Tech-N9ne. And when you look him up, you'll see how his people around him protect him, respect him. That's how we need to be. I heard you go into this man's area asking about him, people turn their heads. People act like they don't know you. What you asking for him for? That's how we need to be. And we can get better than that together. All of us. As a whole. The whole world, really. We need all the people to elevate. God is here and God loves all of us. You think God likes seeing you in that low vibration? You think God don't notice how bad you hurting? You think God don't notice you gotta feed your family? If God would feed the birds in the air and the beasts in the field, what make you think he won't feed your family? It's how you are elevated. It's your vibration, your chosen frequency that's keeping you from elevating. You want God to show you love, but you a sinner. My Father don't reward sin. And it just is what it is. You see people around me and in my family got this and that. Y'all like, he helped me, he doing this for me. But who did they take it from? Are they the ones that imprison me? Are they the ones that locked me up? Are they the ones that got me trapped? Is they the ones that got my mail? Is they the ones that got my money? Helping you with? That means they stole the money, so God ain't even helping them get no money. What are y'all doing out there? We confused, the energy is warped. Because somebody keep on giving the money that belonged to somebody who God initiated to have the money to somebody who ain't supposed to have the money because they feel like they over God. This physical realm feel like it's over God. This physical justice system feel like it's over God. God chose this person. No, we didn't choose that person. That person know right. That person know right from wrong. We don't like that person. Yeah, God, but God wanted this money to go to that person. But that person know right from wrong. We wanted to go to this person. But they look the same way. Yeah, but they don't think the same way. This person right here gonna support prostitution. This person right here gonna support addicts. This person right here gonna bring more drugs to the people. We want the money to go to that person right there. And let's just be real about it. I don't want my people running around this no more. It's enough. Stop running around the real problem. You see the real problem, let's start solving them. If it's that simple to wake up and to get the spiritual justice on your side, to get God on your side, what are you waiting for? You mean to tell me it's free of charge to wake up? You mean to tell me it's free of charge to get the heavens on your side? And you still refuse to wake up? I know you hurting. You supposed to be hurting. It's the game in it. God want to see where your faith at. God want to see when you going to put down Satan and put your faith back. Back into your heart. Back into your soul. Back into your flesh. Back into your mind. Where's your faith at? You keep wanting, they got you set up to talk about everything that God, why is it? Think about it. God put somebody here to help y'all elevate, evolve, bring evolution. But this person somehow does not meet your standards. You don't think that's part of the game? You don't think that's the trick in the equation? You don't think that's part of the manipulation? So how long are you going to continue to trade in your gift from God for Barabbas? Barabbas. Let's just say Barabbas was an addict, was a prostitute. How long are you going to trade in Jesus Christ for Barabbas? You look like what you traded Jesus Christ for ever since slavery. Now ask yourself that, why is it like that? You look exactly, my people look exactly like Barabbas, whether you rich or poor. You keep making excuses on why you need to stay over there with Barabbas. Well, I'm here to tell you, Barabbas ain't Jesus Christ and nowhere near it. Quite the opposite. So when you gonna trade Barabbas in and finally go back and get your Jesus Christ? Cause that's why you ain't on that totem pole. You ain't even at the bottom of the totem pole. You somewhere far off looking at the totem pole. All of us as a whole. Because as long as you want to continue to live in a whole, be of the whole, survive in the whole, you gonna stay in the hole. And you read between them lines. It took me hell and high water to get up here. These 5 years, I just showed you my life. They out there saying, I can't believe he's telling it. Man, let me tell you something. I've been doing this for 20 years, if not more. I started doing this on the street corner when people humiliate you more. See, you get humiliated online. Them are internet gangsters, cyber gangsters. They could just tell you what they could tell you, then go behind your back and make your life a living hell after they done told you what they need to tell you. But in the streets back in them days, you get your ass handed to you. Physically. See, now you can run and hide and be great. After you done stole somebody else's greatness. But back in them days, if you got caught stealing somebody else's greatness, somebody else stole it from you. In your face. And the whole block helped them do it. So, do me a favor. My ancestors don't play about me. I'm helping y'all. I'm doing y'all a favor. I can't just lay up with anybody. I'm doing you a favor by doing that. I can't just be friends with anybody. Hell, I can't even shake your hand. I used to be the kind to do that. Right now, I can't do that. But when I get out of this, I probably could go back to doing that. But at this moment, while God working on me, I can't even shake your hand. When God done told me what's going on around me, when God done told me what you doing behind my back, when God done told me everything you done behind my back, it's when I shake your hand, I get a lash for that. God already done told me you guilty. And some of y'all, a lot of y'all belong on my tree, not on the tree you helping put me in this situation. That's why it seemed like you're doing the Michael Jackson, moonwalking, running backwards. A tree divided against itself can't stand. That's what happened. I don't even blame y'all. I know it's them relics. I know it's something my family did and been doing for a whole damn lifetime. Mine's anyway. It's amazing they got away with something. So I had to dig deep in it. I had to find out, God, why did you, what's going on? And God, like, I didn't do nothing, I want to show you though. And that's when God taught me genes. And then that's when God taught me the royalty in this family. And then that's when God showed me this, this was possibly, let me not say that part, but this is a different type of royalty family. And the genes that I'm dealing with in this family can really be dark and sinister. And can care less. But they're not supposed to be dark. They just basically abusing their genes that they was gifted with. Abusing their abilities. Abusing their gifts. And losing their gifts. And losing their abilities. And losing their genes. See, we sitting here waiting on somebody in particular. That person is in front of me. And I can almost guarantee you, if you want to see a story, watch this. Maybe possibly, when that person no longer in front of me, you're going to see everything change in front of me. Like overnight. Because somebody binded themselves to me. Or they did something. I really don't like to say binding, you know. Especially to that degree. That's who we waiting on. So you gotta ask yourself, what's the tension for? What's this for? If you wanna look at it spiritually, might not be. It might just be God might be the tension. I need you to wait right here, son, because we need to collect somebody. I come to get somebody. I told you, when my father, if something happened to me and I died, God come and get me personally. I could pretty much guess that my family would probably the same way, some of them anyway. And you better believe that God is here. And if God got to rest into me until this job get done, then that's exactly what I'm gonna let God do. I ain't in no hurry. Not at all. Honestly, I thank God for my twin letting me use the dock. But somehow your purpose fall under my purpose. And I'm sure you know that by now. Because I'm on 2 missions. And this mission is almost over. And I'm about to start my next one. I got 2 purposes. And I think the beginning of my next one is already connected to this one. If you can read between the lines on that one. I'm telling you, my life is deep. When I walked into my purpose, y'all, I was just like y'all going around in circles. I was just like y'all, just looking for the next best story. I was just like y'all, but when I walked into my purpose, I thought going into my purpose was gonna be the worstest thing in my life. It seemed boring, it seemed traditional, it seemed watered down, and it seemed old-fashioned. It's just everything I could possibly come up with to say that I don't wanna walk into my purpose. It's quite the opposite. Actually, it is the opposite. I actually feel like I'm living now. And I still ain't moved. They still got me stuck in this tomb. But for some reason, I feel like I done grew now more than my whole life. When I got to that anger part of me, when I pulled them thorns out my flesh, and I got mad, and I just said, God said, holler, let it go. And they had the cameras on me. What they didn't know, that God was inside of me telling me what to do. And they had the cameras on me. God said, yeah, let it out, holler. In other words, go through your rage. You by yourself, let it go. And as I let it go, the people on the camera was just editing. My enemies were taking the camera and editing it. And they were just making me feel like some monster. They were trying to make me feel like a monster, but I didn't feel like a monster. I felt free. But then they went out to the world and they published it out to the world somehow, and the world said I was a monster. But the good thing about me is that I always been a monster to people around me. So I didn't even mind that. But I let it go. When I was letting it go, I could feel the energy shifting around me, transmuting energy around me that I couldn't even see. And for some reason, now this energy is gifting me, building me, uplifting me. It's like the energy that I was running from was the whole gift in me. I just had to start accepting the energy. When I was doing drugs, I was running from the energy. When I was sleeping around, I was running from the energy. When I was staying busy, I was running from that energy. I was running from that anger. I was running from that energy that I should have been able to transmute, but I was scared to transmute because it made me so fierce. It made me so angry. The Hulk didn't have nothing on me. Ooh, I just felt so angry. So I was glad to be by myself. I thank God for this moment of me being by myself. Y'all don't know me out there. Even when you start to know me, you'll never know me. When I finally get a lover and I share energy with that lover, she'll get to know me. She'll know me. And then she might know me. That's the way my energy works. Me and God is one body. That's all I ever had with me. And I never turn on God for nothing this world got to offer me. And anybody that's coming towards me, you understand that about me. I am a lovable person. I am a humble person. I am a healer. But that don't mean that I'm weak.